Hey y'all, it's BB here. So I did a poll on my community here on YouTube, and I actually post on that quite often. And I just wanted to let you all know that I do post on there like polls for the types of videos that you want to see, letting you know what's coming, letting you know about new launches, product launches, item discounts, discount codes, and all that. So, anyways, I did a poll on there, and a lot of you still wanted to see a review on the new Glossier Cloud Paints. I have the two deepest shades here. I have a lot to say about these, so let's go ahead and get into the review. Glossier finally released a bronzer. It's called the Solar Paint, a luminous bronzer cream, and I have the shades Heat, and I also have the shade Volt. So this was a very controversial launch just because people have been asking Glossier for a bronzer for years, and when they released one, they only released 4 shades. And we all know Glossier is a huge brand, and I just feel like, and a lot of others feel like, that they could have just, released more shades with the initial launch. I do feel like these 2 shades can work on a good range of skin tones, and we'll go into that and why I think that, but there's only 4 shades. Of course, there could be more. So we'll see where that goes. That's probably the biggest downfall with this launch because I really like the formula. It's a really cool product, easy product to work with. So let's go ahead and get this on my face so we can see what I think about it. So the shade Heat is the 3rd deepest shade in the range. And this is the one that I would say would work for me as an everyday shade. I will swatch it right here on the back of my hand for you. This is the eye makeup I was wearing, but this is the shade Heat here, and it's a really pretty brown warm tone shade, and there is some sheen to it. It's a really pretty bronzer, and it dries down to more of like a satiny almost finish on the skin. It still has that really beautiful sheen to it, but what I like about it is that it actually does dry down, and it's not very dewy or sticky or heavy feeling on the skin once it dries down, but it still gives you that dewy-ish, sheeny looking glow. So I'm gonna go in with Heat on this side, and what I do is I just swipe it just like that. I put a swipe here, and then I go across my forehead as well. And you have time to work with this product. I find that applying it with a dense brush like this is the best way to applying it. And I like to apply my bronzers up a little bit higher these days. It's just something that I'm getting into. And I think before I was placing my bronzer too low. But I like how this kind of just lifts the face up. And as you can see, it blends out into this really pretty kind of sheeny glow. And like I said, you do have time with this product to work with it. It doesn't dry down too fast, and I feel like it blends so easily. I'm gonna pull up their claims really quickly and see if I agree with them. So I'm on Glossier's website right now, and they say that this is a weightless bronzer designed to capture the warm glow you get from spending a day in the sunshine. And I would say that it really does give off a natural sunburnt kind of look to the skin. This looks like, a shade that I would actually tan in the sun, and I really like it. And I feel like this specific color looks really natural on my skin, and I like the kind of sheen that it leaves on the skin, but it's not sticky or greasy or filling or anything like that. And they also said that it's like a mousse like consistency, and I would definitely agree. It's very soft and kind of an airy formula. It's quite unique, and that's what I love about it. I just feel like Glossier they do a really good job when it comes to formulation. However, they could have had more shades in this, and I feel like in their line in general, they could have more shades. But what keeps people going back, I feel like, to the brand is the formulations. They're very, very well thought out, and they kind of just know how to make a product look and sit good and nicely and naturally on the skin, and that's what I really like about this one here. So that's Heat. They said it's an almost air whipped gel cream, and it's also infused with desert milk, which is a micro emulsion of plant oils and extracts like jojoba and aloe. So it's a really lightweight product with some skincare ingredients in there for you to condition and nourish your skin. And it has a natural effect finish that blends seamlessly with the heat of your fingers. I don't use my fingers with this product, and I never have, but maybe I can try it today. With the next shade to see how that goes. The next shade I have here is Volt, which is the deepest shade, and this is like a really super red tone bronzing color for me. This is Heat, which I already have on, and this is Volt right here. As you can see, it's a really red tone bronzing color that I feel like would work well for richer skin tones. And this is what it looks like blended out. It's really pretty, definitely more red for me. But if I wanted to use this as a bronzer, I will show you what it looks like. I feel like for me, it's not the most ideal shade as a bronzer, and that's okay, but I'm gonna put a little bit on just to show you what it would look like. And I really love this doe foot applicator. It makes applying the bronzer really easy, and you don't really see this on bronzing products. But again, this is a very unique bronzing product in itself. And it just blends so fast. Like, this is real-time blending, of course. And it just blends out super fast. And when I use Volt, I like to apply it even higher and kind of on my cheek itself, because it kind of comes off as a bronzing product for me, like a blush and bronzer in one because of that red tone. Got a little bit in my hair right there. It's fine. Any residue, you can kind of just go on the sides and bottom of the nose to bronze it up some. More of like a blushing bronzing in one for me, but it's really pretty and I like using it for that as well. And then this is just Heat on this side, and you can see I kind of have two different looks because I brought this one a little bit more on the cheek. But what I'm going to do on this side is I'm going to put just a little bit of Volt on my cheek as a blush and blend it out with my fingers just to see what it would look like, since they said on the Glossier website that this blends seamlessly with the fingers as well. Actually, don't think I put enough. Put a little bit more. Yeah, I think that's good. Let's see what that does. Wow, it does blend easily, but I feel like you don't get as much pigment with your fingers. I feel like you do get more pigment and more control of the pigment with a brush, and that dense brush to be specific. So that's what they look like. I think they're a really great product. Another great product from Glossier. So there is a bronzer in my current collection that reminds me of the Solar Paint. It is the Tower 28 Bronzino in Best Coast right here. It is a lot shinier and dewier on the skin, but it has that similar sheeniness as the Solar Paints. And let me put a little bit more of Heat on right here just so you can see how similar the Tower 28 bronzer and Heat are in color. They remind me a lot of each other, but that Tower 28 one is a lot balmier on the skin. So this is Heat right here from Glossier. This is Volt from Glossier. Once it's like dried down, that's a fresh swatch there. And then this is the Tower 28. The Tower 28 is not going to dry down on the skin. If you do have a drier skin type, your skin will absorb it more, I believe. But they just kind of remind me of each other of the way that they actually look, but not in the formulations themselves. So I did want to mention that. My only downfall with this product would be the shade range. And I would say that they need to add some more shades into the range, because I feel like even more people would enjoy this product, and that was a little disappointing that they are such a huge brand and they only came out with 4 shades. Even though I do feel like the 4 shades work for a very wide range of people. Of course, there's going to be some people that are left out because they are quite warm, and I know that some people don't really like a super warm bronzer, even though a bronzing product is meant to bring warmth to the face. I feel like if they had some in there, they were like just a little bit more neutral and just more shades in general, more people could enjoy the product. But like I said, it's a very unique moussey gel-like formula, so they're very accurate in their description of the formula and how it's supposed to work on the skin. You do kind of get that really natural sun-kissed glow to your skin when you use it, and I really like it. You guys let me know if you've tried the Glossier Cloud Paints, if you're looking forward to trying them anytime soon. And yeah, if not, what's your favorite bronzer? What was your favorite bronzer this summer? I'm planning on doing a whole video on bronzers very soon, a bronzers for black girls video, because a lot of black girls, you know, are wearing bronzer more and more these days. Just a few years ago, I wasn't even wearing bronzer because it really wasn't a product that was marketed towards me. So I'm excited for that video. I hope you all are doing well, and I'll catch y'all next time. This is Keeping It with BB.